What if the right drink before bed could help you sleep through the night without waking up to pee 2, 3, or even 4 times? Nocturia, frequent nighttime urination, is more common than you might think, affecting over 50% of adults age 60 and above worldwide. For individuals with diabetes, this isn't just a nuisance. It's a sign that your bladder, kidneys, or blood sugar levels may be out of balance. The good news? Certain natural drinks, backed by scientific research, can calm your bladder, support kidney function, and even stabilize blood sugar levels, all without medication. In this video, you'll discover 9 such drinks that may offer up to 40% relief from nocturia symptoms, depending on the underlying cause. Stay tuned, because the most surprising and effective remedy is revealed at the very end. First on listed, chamomile tea. Chamomile tea is far more than a soothing bedtime drink. It's a natural remedy that directly targets several hidden causes of frequent nighttime urination, especially in people with diabetes. One of the key compounds responsible for its power is apigenin, a plant-based antioxidant that relaxes the smooth muscle fibers in the bladder wall, helping to reduce spasms, urgency, and nighttime irritation. For diabetics, where nerve sensitivity and chronic inflammation can overstimulate bladder signaling, this calming effect is essential. Chamomile also gently stimulates melatonin production, your body's natural sleep hormone, supporting deep, restorative sleep without dependency or side effects. From a nutritional perspective, 1 8-ounce cup of chamomile tea brewed from dried flowers contains approximately 2 milligrams of calcium, 1.5 milligrams of magnesium, 21 milligrams of potassium, and trace amounts of flavonoids, all of which work together to relax the bladder, reduce inflammation, and support fluid balance. Importantly for diabetics, chamomile tea has a glycemic index of 0 and provides 0 grams of sugar, 0 carbohydrates, and 0 calories, making it one of the safest drinks to consume before bed. In one research study, participants who drank chamomile tea twice daily for 2 weeks reported significantly fewer nighttime awakenings, improved sleep quality, and reduced urinary urgency, especially in those with bladder irritation or metabolic disorders. When steeped for 10 to 15 minutes with a lid on, the tea releases its full spectrum of calming, volatile oils, making it even more effective. For diabetics who typically wake up 2 to 3 times each night, regular use of chamomile tea can provide an estimated 25% to 35% relief in nocturia symptoms, particularly by soothing inflammation and reducing nerve overstimulation. It's not just a comfort drink, it's a functional, therapeutic addition to a nighttime diabetic care routine. Second on list, banana peel tea. Banana peel tea might sound unusual, but it's one of the most underused natural remedies for people struggling with frequent nighttime urination, especially diabetics who also battle magnesium and potassium imbalances. The peel of a ripe banana contains significantly higher levels of key electrolytes than the fruit itself, particularly potassium and magnesium, both of which help calm the detrusor muscle in the bladder and reduce unwanted contractions during sleep. When these minerals are lacking, something common in diabetics due to frequent urination and glucose-induced nutrient loss, the bladder becomes more reactive and sensitive to even small amounts of fluid. 1 8-ounce cup of banana peel tea, made by simmering the peel of 1 ripe organic banana for 10 to 15 minutes, delivers around 330 milligrams of potassium, about 7% of the daily value, and 36 milligrams of magnesium, about 9% of the daily value, alongside small traces of tryptophan and dopamine precursors that enhance nighttime relaxation. The glycemic index of banana peel tea is 0, since it contains virtually no sugars or digestible carbohydrates, making it a safe, blood sugar neutral option for diabetics. Research has shown that magnesium and potassium supplementation can reduce overactive bladder symptoms by improving muscle tone and nerve control, 2 major factors behind nocturia. In real-world use, banana peel tea has been reported to offer 20% to 30% symptom relief for diabetics dealing with nighttime urination, especially when the root cause is nerve sensitivity, muscle spasms, or electrolyte loss. Best taken 60 to 90 minutes before bedtime, this tea also promotes smoother digestion and supports deeper, more stable sleep. Just be sure to use an organic banana and wash it thoroughly, as peels can retain pesticide residue. For diabetics looking to calm the bladder from the inside out, this humble tea may offer more healing than expected, without spiking blood sugar or overloading the kidneys. Third on list, pumpkin seed water. Pumpkin seed water may sound simple, but it's a powerful functional drink that targets one of the most overlooked causes of frequent nighttime urination, bladder weakness and prostate irritation, particularly common in diabetic men over 40. Pumpkin seeds are naturally rich in zinc, magnesium, and plant sterols, which help strengthen bladder wall integrity, reduce inflammation, and improve the tone of pelvic floor muscles that control urination. When soaked overnight and consumed as water, these nutrients become more bioavailable in a lighter form, making them easier on the digestive system and kidneys. Ideal for late evening hydration. 1 8-ounce glass of pumpkin seed-infused water, made by soaking 1 tablespoon of raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds overnight, delivers approximately 0.6 milligrams of zinc, about 5% of the daily value, 18 milligrams of magnesium, about 1% of the daily value, 4% of the daily value, and small amounts of omega-6 fatty acids and phytosterols. For diabetics, this is important. Pumpkin seed water has a glycemic index of 0, contains no carbs, no sugar, and fewer than 10 calories per glass, making it completely safe for nighttime use. Research shows that pumpkin seed extract can significantly improve symptoms of overactive bladder and benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, including nighttime urgency and reduced urine flow strength. In fact, regular use has shown up to 35% to 40% reduction in nocturia episodes over time, especially when consumed daily alongside a magnesium-rich diet. This drink is most effective when taken 1 to 2 hours before bed and should not be strained too early. Let the seeds soak for at least 8 hours to fully activate their enzyme-inhibiting, bladder-strengthening compounds. For diabetics seeking gentle, natural support for both the urinary system and blood sugar stability, pumpkin seed water offers a rare combination of hormone balance, mineral therapy, and bladder calm, all without burdening glucose control. Fourth on list, corn silk tea. Corn silk tea may be one of the oldest natural remedies for urinary issues, but its gentle effectiveness makes it highly relevant even today, especially for diabetics who suffer from nighttime urination caused by inflammation, bladder irritation, or early kidney strain. Corn silk is the golden thread-like material found beneath the husk of fresh corn, and when brewed into tea, it acts as a soothing urinary tract tonic. This natural tea is rich in potassium, magnesium, and mucilage compounds that help coat and calm the urinary lining. For diabetics, where high blood glucose can damage small blood vessels in the kidneys and irritate the bladder, corn silk works by reducing both inflammation and internal fluid pressure, allowing the bladder to stretch more comfortably and signal less urgency. 1 8-ounce cup of corn silk tea, made by simmering 2 tablespoons of fresh or dried corn silk in water for 15 minutes, delivers roughly 60 milligrams of potassium, about 1% of the daily value, 6 milligrams of magnesium, and trace bioactive flavonoids like mason and allantoin. Its glycemic index is 0, with no sugars, no starch, and virtually no calories, making it safe for pre-bedtime use in diabetics. Research shows that corn silk may have mild diuretic effects during the day, but when taken 1 to 2 hours before bed in small quantities, it helps regulate urination patterns and reduce bladder spasms rather than trigger more urination. In people with overactive bladder or diabetic nephropathy, regular use has shown up to 30% to 40% improvement in nocturia symptoms, especially when paired with low-sodium diets and better hydration timing. It's best consumed warm, not hot, and sipped slowly for full effect. For diabetics with early kidney changes, high urine frequency, or sleep disturbances from bladder irritation, corn silk tea offers a healing, non-habit-forming way to calm the night and restore natural rest. Fifth on list, lemon balm tea. Lemon balm tea may look like just another calming herbal drink, but its impact on nighttime urination is both unique and highly underrated, especially for diabetics whose symptoms are worsened by anxiety, restless sleep, and nerve sensitivity. Lemon balm, a member of the mint family, contains plant compounds like rosmarinic acid and citral, which have been shown to reduce excitatory nerve activity in both the brain and bladder. For diabetics, where blood sugar fluctuations can overstimulate the nervous system and lead to more frequent urges, lemon balm helps by calming both the mind and the bladder. 1 8-ounce cup of warm lemon balm tea, steeped for 10 to 12 minutes, contains trace amounts of magnesium, calcium, and flavonoids, along with natural aromatic oils that reduce tension in smooth muscle tissue. The tea has a glycemic index of 0, and because it contains no sugar, no calories, and no carbohydrates, it will not affect blood glucose levels, making it a perfect option for pre-bedtime use. In one research study, lemon balm was shown to improve sleep quality, reduce cortisol levels, and ease anxiety-linked insomnia in adults, which translates to fewer stress-induced bladder activations at night. Diabetics who suffer from nighttime urgency due to adrenal overstimulation or poor parasympathetic tone may benefit the most, with some users reporting up to 30% to 40% reduction in nocturia episodes after just a few weeks of nightly use. Best consumed warm about 30 to 45 minutes before bed. This tea helps initiate a calm parasympathetic state that supports both the bladder and the brain, making it easier to sleep through the night without interruptions. For diabetics who tend to wake up not from a full bladder, but from poor sleep architecture or tension, lemon balm tea offers a safe, effective, and non-sedating path to restoration. Sixth on list, barley water. Barley water is a traditional drink that may seem simple, but when timed correctly and used consistently, it can help rebalance fluid retention patterns, improve kidney function, and reduce nocturnal urination episodes, especially in diabetics dealing with mild fluid overload or early-stage kidney strain. Barley contains a unique mix of beta-glucans, magnesium, and B vitamins, which support kidney filtration and reduce systemic inflammation that may contribute to bladder irritation. Unlike teas that act directly on the bladder muscles, barley water works more upstream by improving how your kidneys manage sodium, fluid, and waste throughout the day. 1 8-ounce serving of unsweetened barley water, made by boiling 1 tablespoon of whole barley grains in 2 cups of water and straining it after 30 minutes, contains about 38 calories, 0.5 grams of fiber, 88 milligrams of potassium, about 2% of the daily value, and 16 milligrams of magnesium, about 4% of the daily value. Its glycemic index is moderate, but because the water is strained from the whole grain and contains almost no starch, it has very minimal glycemic impact, especially when consumed earlier in the day. Research has shown that barley compounds help regulate diuresis, urine production, and reduce oxidative stress in the kidneys, which can help normalize bladder signals during the night. When consumed in the morning or early afternoon, barley water gently encourages daytime urination, helping to front-load fluid elimination so that the bladder is quieter during sleep. Diabetics who tend to retain fluid in their legs or experience nighttime urgency despite drinking little water before bed often see 25% to 35% improvement in nocturia symptoms after a week or two of daytime barley water use. The key is timing. Avoid drinking it after 6 p.m. and never add sweeteners. For diabetics looking to retrain their fluid rhythms and support kidney health naturally, barley water is a gentle yet deeply effective ally. Seventh on list, warm turmeric milk. Warm turmeric milk, especially when made with unsweetened almond or oat milk, is more than just a comforting bedtime drink. It's a functional, anti-inflammatory elixir that can help reduce bladder irritation, relax smooth muscles, and support deeper uninterrupted sleep. Turmeric contains curcumin, a powerful compound that calms systemic inflammation and improves endothelial function, 2 factors that are deeply connected to bladder overactivity and diabetic nerve dysfunction. When blended with a warm, plant-based milk rich in magnesium and tryptophan, turmeric milk offers a dual benefit. It soothes irritated urinary pathways while promoting natural melatonin release. 1 8-ounce cup of warm turmeric milk made with unsweetened almond milk delivers approximately 45 calories, 0 grams of sugar, 1.7 grams of protein, 16% of the daily value for calcium, 8% for magnesium, and a bioavailable dose of turmeric, about 200 milligrams of curcumin if using 1/2 teaspoon. The glycemic index of this combination is very low, typically under 25, and when unsweetened, it contains no carbs or sugars, making it safe for most diabetics. Research shows that curcumin helps reduce the frequency of urination in people with bladder inflammation and overactive bladder syndrome, and when combined with calcium and magnesium, the effect becomes even more pronounced. Diabetics who experience nocturia due to chronic inflammation, nerve irritation, or unstable sleep often report 30% to 40% symptom relief when consuming turmeric milk regularly before bed. For best results, the drink should be sipped warm, about 30 minutes before sleeping, and paired with black pepper or a pinch of healthy fat like coconut oil to improve absorption. Beyond just calming the bladder, turmeric milk also supports joint health, glucose control, and muscle recovery, making it one of the most holistic bedtime drinks for diabetics facing multiple nighttime challenges. Eighth on list, parsley water. Parsley water may not be as well known as herbal teas, but it offers powerful diuretic and anti-inflammatory properties that, when timed correctly, can help reduce nighttime urination by shifting excess fluid elimination to earlier in the day. Parsley contains high levels of apigenin, vitamin C, potassium, and flavonoids, which support kidney filtration, soothe the urinary tract, and help reduce mild fluid retention, especially in the legs and lower body. In people with diabetes, fluid imbalance is a common trigger for nocturia. The body may retain water during the day and then attempt to flush it out overnight, disturbing deep sleep. By drinking parsley water in the morning or early afternoon, you encourage your body to release that excess fluid when it's least disruptive. 1 8-ounce cup of parsley water, made by boiling 1/4 cup of fresh chopped parsley in 2 cups of water and straining, contains approximately 170 milligrams of potassium, about 4% of the daily value, 80 milligrams of vitamin C, nearly 89% DV, and trace amounts of calcium and magnesium. It contains virtually zero carbohydrates, no sugar, and has a glycemic index of 0, making it perfectly safe for diabetics. Research has shown that parsley acts as a natural diuretic through its impact on sodium-potassium exchange in the kidneys, improving urine output during the day without triggering bladder overactivity at night. When used consistently in the morning, diabetics with mild fluid overload or early kidney changes often see 20% to 30% relief in nocturia episodes, especially when they also reduce sodium and maintain consistent hydration throughout the day. The key with parsley water is timing. Consume it before 2 p.m. and avoid it too close to bedtime, or it may increase nighttime urination instead of preventing it. For diabetics with swelling, fluid retention, or low urine output during the day, parsley water can help rebalance the rhythm, giving the bladder a break while you sleep. Ninth on list, cinnamon clove tea. Cinnamon clove tea brings together 2 ancient spices with remarkable modern-day benefits for diabetics who struggle with nighttime urination. Unlike typical bedtime teas, this blend works not just on the bladder but also on blood sugar regulation, nerve calming, and warming circulation, all of which can play a role in reducing overnight bathroom trips. Cinnamon is rich in cinnamaldehyde and polyphenols, which help improve insulin sensitivity and reduce post-meal glucose spikes that often lead to excessive nighttime urination through osmotic pressure. Clove, on the other hand, contains eugenol, a compound that relaxes the detrusor muscle of the bladder while also easing digestive bloating, which can press on the bladder during sleep. 1 8-ounce cup of cinnamon clove tea, made by simmering 1 small cinnamon stick and 2 whole cloves for 10 minutes, contains 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and has a glycemic index of 0, making it completely safe for diabetics. While the drink provides only trace minerals, it delivers potent bioactive compounds that reduce inflammation, calm bladder nerves, and gently stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system to support deeper rest. In one research study, cinnamon intake was associated with improved fasting glucose and reduced urinary glucose excretion, both of which are closely tied to nocturia in people with diabetes. When consumed 30 to 45 minutes before bedtime, cinnamon clove tea can help warm the body, stabilize overnight blood sugar fluctuations, and reduce bladder sensitivity. Diabetics who experience nocturia due to blood sugar surges or nerve-related urgency may see up to 25% to 35% improvement in symptoms with consistent nighttime use of this spice-infused tea. Just be sure not to overbrew or overdose. 1 stick and 2 cloves are enough, as too much clove can irritate the stomach lining. Gentle, warming, and blood sugar friendly, this final tea wraps up your nighttime routine with both comfort and science on your side. Final thought. So if frequent nighttime urination has been stealing your sleep and draining your energy, these natural drinks might be the missing piece in your routine. Even small improvements, 20%, 30% or more, can change how you feel every single day. Try one tonight, track your results, and see what works for your body. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more real, science-backed diabetic health tips right here on Diabetes Healthcare.